One, go. What's up, Doc? How's it going? We are here. We're going to be talking NFL and bets and just wagering a little bit of whiskey while we talk about it. I mean, I'm a huge NFL fan. I know that you also like NFL fan. Or you're an NFL fan.
Yeah, but I'm more of a Cowboy fan than an NFL fan, so we'll see.
Hold on one second. Apparently, there's audio coming from somewhere else. There we go. Now I got it. First
Perfect.
live.
Hey, the first time doing that, hey, you're doing great for your first time. You're doing a great job.
Right. Came in with so much energy and just blew it out of the water with audio coming from a different side. Love it.
Hey, I cannot do a live without having some sort of audio issue. So yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you guys don't know, look at the pinned comment. There's a form there so you guys can compete against us on our picks. I am going to record my picks as we go through the games and talk about them so I can put it on the form later so I, keep, a fairly consistent because who knows? My mind might change by the time I'm talking here to putting it in the form.
That's a great idea. I know what. Luckily, I keep paper and pen always at hand here, so when I'm doing stupid things, I can remember.
Right.
So.
Right. And guys in the chat, I'm just going to ask, how's the audio? Can you hear everything? Smash a like if everything's good. All right.
Yep. Smash that like. Give us thumbs up. Just let us know.
And guys, I would like to say that we're going to try to bounce this back and forth from channel. I'm going to hope that to get this file kind of cleaned up and sent to Doc so he can put it on his channel tomorrow. So his people that aren't here on the live, they can view it on his channel. And then maybe next week, Doc, you'll be running the live so you can get credit on your channel. So that's the hope. Guys, no super chats or anything needed tonight. We're not giving away anything. You guys have to win this one fair and square by beating us. And so what I'll say is, Doc, I'm just going to come out and say it. We're putting up a little bit of whiskey on, I guess, for the week, right?
Yeah.
And so I think
every week we're going to do a little bit of whiskey.
Every week we're going to do a little bit of whiskey. And so this week,
yep,
it's Weller Foolproof. And
yep. And that's what I have in my glass. That's what I'm going to be sipping in for a little bit.
By the way, cheers, Doc. Appreciate you here.
Yeah, cheers. And cheers everybody out there.
Yeah. All right. Let me see, who's all in the chat. We got Night Method, RT Hayes. We've got Turup. What's up, Turup? What up, RT Hayes? I said that already. Tom Black's here. Jeff Castle, Carl, Jack Wesley, Hazmat, Steven Scone, Keith P. What's up, guys? Charles Elu, Darren Crafton. Let's go. All right. Bourbon drinker. Cheers. All right. So I tried to kind of explain on the ticker down below. Doc can't see it unless he's looking at the live on a different way because the way that my platform works, he can't see the screen we see. And so pretty much it says, enter your picks on the pinned tweet. Correct picks are worth 2 points. Incorrect is -1. Now, guys, when we go, there's a few things, and Doc, correct me. I'll get all this out, and then we can get into the fun.
Yeah, we're trying to figure this out. We're trying to get this really figured out, and every week we might have to change a little bit to make it, right. Make it work better. But yeah,
right. And so we got the most games this week. There's going to be each week. There's going to be a winner, and so you guys, if you beat me, for example, the top winner, the top winner, and there will be a tiebreaker. So whoever the top score is with the tiebreak will win. If you guys beat me or Doc, will win our sample. Now, for example, if you don't beat me and beat Doc, you get his sample, not mine, and vice versa.
Know what? I'm glad you're saying that because know what? We didn't put that tiebreaker in there.
Okay. So we'll have to have
the last game, right? That's what we're doing. Is the last
game, and we wanted the total score.
Yeah. So I think I can fix that as we're talking here, and I should fix it on there. Let me see.
That Weller Foolproof is tasty. Also, so we're going to have weekly contests. And also, guys, it's all going to come to the Super Bowl where we're going to pick some different fun prop bets and things like that, as well as the game. And it's going to be cumulative. So whoever scores the most will win a bottle from Doc and I. That might be a conjoined bottle that we choose on if you guys can beat us. But top scorer gets a bottle. So every week you'll have a chance for a couple samples. And if you do really well these 4 weeks, you might have a chance for a bottle. Sound like fun? All right. Doc, I'll let you work on that, and I'll just talk. Hey, Brian from Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiast, how's it going? Usonian just cracked a Bardstown 4 grain single barrel. So good. Oh, that sounds good. 4 grain single barrel. Interesting. And Gandy's here. Cheers, Gandy. Hazmat Compton. Cheers. Tom Jack comes in. With that said, if you've already filled out the pin form, you will need to redo it since Doc or once Doc updates it.
It's actually so it did update it, so it's in there. So the only thing was that the tiebreaker was that we decided that the last game, you put the score in. So if we do have a tie that we need to do a tiebreaker, the person with the closest to that score is the one who wins that. Right. Now we do have a tiebreaker, right? If for some reason we still have more than one person tie, we're going to put you in a duck race. Winner of the duck race ends up being the top winner of that week.
Right. If we have the amazing coincidence that we have so many entries that there's a tiebreaker, we're going to have a fun duck race. And we will just do that on the next week. And so then you'll find out who wins. But guys, I hope this will be a lot of fun. This is one thing that came over, let's just say, several pours in Louisville. This idea came up. And so we were kind of considering it. And so, yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to, seeing how this goes. Turup says, Doc's forms don't work for me. Well, Turup, it's a Google Doc, right? Is it just something that you're blocked out of?
Yeah, try doing it. Try clicking on it right now, see if it works, see if it opens up for you. If not, I could possibly send it to you in email to see if that works.
Yeah. So let me know. So we got roundabouts. If you guys actually want to be in this, we'll get you in here. It'll be a lot of fun. This is just a kind of fun way for one of my passions. I'm a huge NFL fan. So I'll show that by probably going 0-7 this week or however many games there is.
Exactly. Wow. And so don't forget, because we're doing it weekly, right? But each just because you don't win one week, we're taking those points over to the end, because the one with the most points at the end, are we gonna do it against us or against your son? Are we gonna let him challenge against him?
You know what we're gonna do is my 9-year-old kicks my butt in DraftKings and things like that. And I'll tell you what, I'll have him fill out the form, and we'll just keep him to the side, and then we'll just let everyone know when he crushes everybody. That it's just like, and this was what his score was, and so it'll be a lot of fun because he crushes me in most DraftKings and things like that. And I'm like, I actually did research, and he's like, well, I won by 35 points.
I love that. I love that. I chose the team because I like their color. That's how he's choosing.
So Doc, Tom Black says, "Wait, we talked about this in Louisville. Man, I was Phil level hammered. That's pretty funny. Our buddy Phil was pretty hammered."
Right now, that's the same thought I had, Tom Black. I was like, was this in Louisville that we came up with this crazy idea?
I believe it was Mictor/Meta/ it kind of formed. So we went to 3. You guys have heard the story. We went to 3 or 4 different places. And it kind of like, we should do something like this. Oh, yeah, we're going to do it. And it's like, how would we do that? I don't know. And then apparently I was like sitting there, and now the next day I'm like, how are we going to do that?
Well, I mean, we put so much time into putting this together being yesterday.
Yes.
And so there could be a few kinks for this first week, but we'll figure it out. We'll make it
better.
We'll
figure it out.
It's for fun. It's to win some whiskey. It's to bet against each other and enjoy the playoffs even more. That's what makes my team, of course, is not in the playoffs this year. So it just makes it so that I can enjoy the playoffs even more.
Well, that's great. I was going to make a slight joke, and I decided not to do it, but now that you brought it up, I will. I was going to say neither one of our teams are playing this weekend. And so I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan, so they got the bye. So, and the Cowboys.
When he said that, I was like, I know where he's going. I know where he's going with that.
Yeah, and the Cowboys. You
know what? If Taylor Swift came to my games, we'd have the bye too.
Yeah, you know what? Taylor Swift. That's a long like thing of, man. If you're a true Chiefs fan that have seen the dark days and into the light here. Man, it's rough to see Taylor Swift, and that's all they talk about. It's like, this is the best the team's ever been. Please talk about them, not Taylor Swift. Oh, man.
But you know what? The Taylor Swift effect has worked for your benefit. So, I mean.
Right. I got to tell you, there's a lot of young girls that are Chiefs fans all of a sudden. Yay. Uh, so it is what it is. Turrup says, "Hot, this jacked up honey." The JD honey that I handed over to you, Turrup. I'm glad that you enjoy that. Usonian says, "I'm not a huge sports fan, but I live in Michigan, and the Lions are on fire this year, so bandwagon, let me on." Yep, getting on that bandwagon. I don't blame
Why
you.
not? Why not? I mean, it's been such a long time. I've always been a Cowboy fan, but when Barry Sanders was there, I was wishing they did better for him, just for him. You know, he was such a good running back. I mean, I'm a huge Emmitt Smith fan, but I love
Yep.
watching Barry too. I mean,
Barry Sanders is one of my favorite players of all time. I remember I was telling my kids we watched highlights at Thanksgiving about all the highlights that he put on Thanksgiving games, and I was like, and he was just on these teams that just
they never did
never
anything
like showed him
before.
love.
They never built up the line. They always left it on him. They never did anything to help him.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
honestly think he would have played a few more years if they would have been building their team.
yes, I think so too. But it's like he saw the writing on the wall, and he's like, it's not worth my time.
Yeah, and
Um,
he's like, I want to be able to walk and stuff after the NFL. I guess if we're not going
yeah.
anywhere, I might as well enjoy my life. You know.
Mm-hmm. And I 100%, 100%. I agree with that, and I get it too. I mean, you made your money, and if you can still walk, you got to be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, especially running backs, man. They get beat. They get
They
beat up,
do.
especially back then when it was more. They had a lot more running game. You know.
Yes, yes. All right, so I'm going to ask the chat, but I'm also going to ask you, Doc, who are your early favorites to win the Super Bowl? This obviously can change. This isn't locked in, but who do you think right off the bat is your like pick to win the Super Bowl?
The Cowboys. Does that count?
Oh, it's our year. It's still
It's
our
our
year.
year. It's our year. That's always happened. You know, we start off and the first game of the season was it the Commanders. We
Yep.
whooped them. Oh
Yep.
yeah, we looked really good. Then after that, wah wah wah. Yeah, it was one of those. No, let me see. I typed all this out yesterday. I don't even know who's playing. So let me see.
Yeah, and so I'm going to go through the games with you as well, so you can look it up, and I will put. So guys, while you're looking that up, Doc, I am going to be. We're picking on the spread, guys, and I pulled these spreads last night to build the graphics. So that was the spread last night via ESPN, their betting site, and so spread. So -3. If you guys don't know betting at all, -3 is the I guess Vegas or the spread thinks that team will win by 3.
Mm-hmm.
If it's +3, they will lose by 3. So that can be kind of confusing. So if it's minus, that team is favored by that much. And so we're picking on the spread. So to win that, for example, let's just pull up the first game here. And let's see here. So we've got the Chargers versus the Texans. That's the first game of the week. And so the Chargers versus the Texans, and the Chargers are -3. It is at Houston. And so that Houston is 3-point dogs. They think they're going to lose by 3 points in Houston. So that's how you kind of pick. And so to win this bet, either, and I would say that it's probably 0 points for a push. We'll put that in there. So for example, if exactly San Diego. Wow, how old is this? Los Angeles Chargers. Los Angeles Chargers. If the Chargers win by 3, it's a push because that's exactly what the line is. But if they win by 4, Chargers win. If they win by 2, you win the bet if you pick the Texans.
Yep. So I'm going to put in my first pick already.
All right, go for it.
That one. I'm going with the Tex. I'm a Texas boy. Got to go with the Texans there.
All right, Doc goes with the Texans. I am a schmuck. I know it already. But I am going with the Chargers -3.
I mean, they're favorite, and they've probably been playing better. But I mean, I'm a Texas boy. Gotta root for at least the Texas team that's winning this year.
Right. I got to be honest. Like, I will talk a little bit of football. Each one of these. The Texans, they've got a very interesting team. It is at home, and I will tell you that most of the time, they will make it when they think it's a straight up game. It should be flipped. So usually they think of it as a 3-point game at home. So that would mean that they think that the Texans should be -3. So they actually think the Texans might lose by 6, give or take, but with the home field advantage. That's a little bit of betting talk lingo right there. So that's kind of how they think about it.
I feel better about my pick knowing that they're at home now.
Yes, they're at home, and so the that's an advantage for sure. And I have seen the Chargers do some pretty horrific stuff in the playoffs, but they do have Jim Harbaugh. You know, he's got his khaki slacks on. He's chewing bubble gum, and I'm sure he's just given the hardest handshakes ever. And so I think that he might be able to grind them to a 4-point win.
Yeah, yeah, that possibly. We'll see. We'll see. Well, I
Yeah,
mean, let's go back to your question though. I since I have to go through all these to kind of figure out who I think is Super
sure.
Bowl winners. Who's your team? I'm assuming the Chiefs.
You know, I really think that the Chiefs are a really good team this year. I mean, they went 15-2, but I don't think they're going to be the team this year. I do think the team that's prevailing out is going to come out of the AFC, and so I would guess the Bills is what I think.
Oh,
I think the
well, the
Bills.
Bills. If correct me if I'm wrong, but the Bills always seem to be stopped by the Chiefs.
That is true, and I think that the playoffs go through Kansas City, so they might meet up again, and we'll see how it goes. Honestly, I would love if Kansas City wins again, but for Bills fans, I would love for the Bills fans to get one.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
as a
they're a
Cowboys
tortured
fan,
franchise.
I was happy all those years that the Bills went and the Cowboys won them.
Yep, yeah, I bet you're. Yeah, those '90s. Yep, those were good times and sad times for the Bills.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I know what's going to happen. I see it already. I feel like it's going to be a Bills Lions Super Bowl, and
That'd
there's
be
going to
awesome.
be
That'd be kind of cool.
it'd be awesome, but there's going to be one fan base that is just going to be brokenhearted afterwards because they got so close and they didn't win
Yeah.
it because both haven't won one.
It'd be the first time the Lions ever go, right?
I don't believe I don't believe the Lions have been to a Super Bowl yet. They won some NFL championships back before the NFL was all
Yeah.
what it is
Yeah,
now.
before they started like doing the Super Bowl, I think,
Right,
right?
right. Yep.
So
So
who?
that's our
Somebody was
picks
agreeing
there.
with
So
you on here. Somebody put Bills all the way.
oh
All the way.
yes, that's Bourbon Basement. Bills all the way. Uh Buffalo bourbon enthusiast. I won't be alive to see a Bills Super Bowl win. That's a true Bills fan right there. Just hurt in the soul. Yep. And then when it happens, Brian, I'm going to let you know as a Chiefs fan that saw some pretty horrific, sad losses. I when it happens, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. Carl's, I'm a 49ers fan, have been since a kid, but I'm hoping for the Bills to take it all.
Yeah.
Yep, I hit it. Uh, Foul Rock says Chiefs red and yellow make orange. Come on, you orange bastard. That's funny. That comes from the duck races because he had an orange duck and he said, "Come on, you orange bastard," because it was coming up short. That's so funny. Bills get to climax but can't finish. Bills beat KC this year. Tom Black says Lions. All right, all right. We'll see.
Tom Black did have an important question to ask.
Yeah,
Did you see his important question?
I did you just put a PNG graphic up? I did. I'm shedding a tear, so proud. Just wait, they get worse and better. It's I worked a long time for this. It's like telling your grandma how to set her voicemail up.
I like that sound, that example there. That's too funny. Yeah, but
Oh,
Tom Black was asking. He had an important. He said it's important. Oh, there it is. Can we ask an important question?
oh,
Hamburger or hot dog? Which is better?
ooh. Okay. I'll if you have an answer, I will let you. I got to think about this because I think it's depending on where you're at. Like I think if
Situation,
you're
situation can make a difference, right?
yeah,
The
I
type
think
of burger, the type of hot dog can make a difference.
yeah, right. I think a dog at a ballpark. There's something nostalgically amazing
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Um,
But if I'm home or if I'm like somewhere and like we're gonna go eat somewhere, I would choose a hamburger over a hot dog any day. That's just me. I'm a beef kind of person. Eat that.
yeah,
But like you said, ballpark hot
yep,
dog. If I have to drive, it's easier to eat a hot dog while driving than it is to
yep.
eat a hamburger while driving. Um, I have a funny story about a hot dog. Um, and no, it's not that kind of funny story. But I was we had gone we were going out to England and Scotland and all that. We're flying into London, but we decided that we get there a day too early because we're Disney fans. I mean, I don't know if you know we're Disney fans, right?
Yeah.
And we decided that we fly into Paris to go do Disney Paris for a day.
Nice.
So we fly in. I'm jet lagged. I like sleep. Sleep's important to me. We're doing Disneyland Paris. It's a beautiful place. It's two parks. I didn't realize at the time, but the park we're in was small,
Hmm.
and I'm starving. Right.
Yep.
So I'm exhausted. I'm starving. We go sit down somewhere to eat. And on the thing it said hot dog. I said, "Give me a hot dog." And
Yeah.
uh, and I go find a table, and they go get my wife and my daughters go get the hot dog, and they come back and they put this thing in front of me, and it's a white freaking hot dog.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm just tired, exhausted, and I don't, normally express myself in this way, but I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Came out of my mouth, and they looked at me like, "Oh!" I was like, "What is this? It's white." But I was hungry. I ate it. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it didn't have all the special additives that we get used to in our American diet. Probably put in
Oh
it.
yeah. But it was the strangest thing because I was not expecting that, and when they sat that thing in front of me, I was just like, "What the?" It's
Yeah,
surprising. So
that's so. But I will say, like, I'm also a burger guy. There's just something that doesn't like a double patty smash burger that's kind of congealed together. It's been able to sit and just hold together. Oh,
yep,
mm.
yep.
I can't
Uh,
get any fatter.
no, there's a few places down here where there's burgers that if you ever come to Texas, well, if we ever do an Austin like an Austin pick that we've talked about,
Yeah.
there's a few places over there in Austin. I'll take you to have amazing burgers,
Yep.
and
Yep.
then I'll take you to amazing barbecue, and
Love it.
you're gonna be like about 12 pounds heavier when you leave here, just so you know.
I will definitely prep beforehand, but I will for sure. I am not going to say no to amazing barbecue and great food down there for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and actually, one of the place I take you amazing barbecue is actually really close to a distillery, so we could just fill our
Nice.
tummies and go have some pours.
Love it. Love it. All right, Doc, I'm going to go. We're going to move to the next game here. Let's see
Yep.
what we got up on the docket. We have Steelers versus the Ravens. And so, with the line that I got, it was Steelers are plus 9.5. So, the books think they're going to lose by 9.5 points. It is at the Ravens, just so you know.
Yep. So I did my pick first last time. I'll let you do your pick.
Yeah, this is a lot of points. This is a lot of points in a playoff game. But I'm going to think that the Ravens are going to take this. They're going to win by 10 or more.
Now I have a question because I know the Steelers starting off the season had two pretty good quarterbacks. They had
Yep.
the one from Chicago,
Yep, they have
and
Justin
then
Fields,
uh-huh,
and
and
then
then
they
they.
have Russell Wilson.
So who's their quarterback now?
Russell Wilson's playing right now for him.
Okay, because I
Yeah.
remember he was hurt for a little while, and they had Fields in there, and everybody thought Fields was going to do better, and it didn't seem like he really did much this year.
Yeah.
So that being said, I'm going with the Ravens.
Yep. Ravens, I think that's a solid pick. I think this is it's always tough. 9.5 points is a lot. But I think with it being like their divisional rivals, as well as so they played twice already. But I see the Steelers kind of doing this, and then the Ravens kind of ascending. So I think that'll be really interesting. It'll be a really interesting game to see if what happens. I don't know if there's weather or anything, but I just think the Ravens are going to be overpowering for sure on this one.
So my father-in-law is a Browns fan, and so
Mm.
he doesn't believe in the Ravens. They don't exist to him.
Yeah, that's really funny. All of you don't know that why that's comment is because, or why that comment means something is because Cleveland just packed up and moved to Baltimore one day, and
In the
Cleveland
middle
lost
of
the
the freaking
Browns
night.
over
Like
the
they just
night.
got in the middle of the night and moved.
Moved, and so yeah, the next day Cleveland didn't have a team. They didn't have a team for a while until it started up again. So
Yeah.
the last coach for the Browns before they moved, when everybody got fired and they moved it, was Bill Belichick. And Nick Saban was on that staff and all that. So that's pretty interesting. So it's a
Yeah, I
wild.
think that would have been kind of cool if they would have picked him back up and brought him back in. Now he's coaching college for next year, but I would have liked him to go back and finish what he started there.
Yep. That would be
That would have
cool.
been kind of cool. That would have been really cool.
Brian from Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiast said he's like, I'll take those points, meaning he would take the Steelers on that. He goes, divisional opponents are tough. I get it. I'm not sure if I've seen enough from the Steelers as of late to really make me think like that they're going to do anything, but we shall see.
Yeah, and this year you do have the Ravens quarterback is healthy, which he hasn't been in the last few years for playoffs.
Right.
But
And
I mean,
it's
he also got paid, so does that make him healthier than the last few years in playoffs too?
maybe so. And I'm really excited to see them because if they win and the Bills win, that's going to be a heck of a battle in the divisional round. So that'll be a lot of fun. But we got to get there yet. So, oh,
Sideshow said, "I'll be back." Tom Black, I have to fill out the winning form. Nice,
there
nice.
you go.
I
There you go,
like
Sideshow. All right, so let's get off. Let's get off that game. That one's what it is. The next game.
So
Oh,
now we're
here we
on Sunday.
go.
The first time was Saturday. We're on Sunday's games now.
Yep, this is Sunday. Those first two were Saturday. This is Sunday. This is the first game on Sunday. It's the Broncos at the Bills. It's Broncos, or I should say, Bills are 8.5 point favorites. So, um, so if you guys want, like, you think that you want to pick the Bills, that means that the Bills have to win by 9 to win that bet. So I don't know. I don't know. This one's a tough one for me. The Bills are a powerhouse. Josh Allen is a beast. I think that he should win the MVP, but I think Lamar Jackson's going to win it over him.
And
Sad.
are they playing? Are they playing at Buffalo?
Yep, they are.
Ooh,
And
this is hard. This one's a hard one for me too.
it's very hard for me. And Doc, I think I'll let you pick first on this one. But I think I have my pick if you're still kind of waffling around on it.
Yeah, I'll let you go first. 'Cause I'm thinking of a few different things on this one. So go ahead.
Yeah. So okay, I'm going to give my whole thoughts on here and why I'm going to be wrong. I really like how the way the Broncos are playing. Their front four is the best in football on defense. Those guys are going to rush. They're going to be amazing, and they do have their rookie quarterback starting to really pick it up. Bo Nix is really starting to turn it up, but Josh Allen, I feel, and with in front of that crowd, it's going to be insane. I think they're going to put out a heck of a show. I'm going to pick the Bills minus 8.5. I think they win by 9, and I hope they do. This is actually one of the scarier games on the docket for me.
So they're playing in Buffalo. Josh Allen, every time you watch ESPN, they rave about him. You know, they're always saying how really good of a quarterback he is.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that I got married in Buffalo, New York, I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills too.
Oh, I love it. I just figured out that I am right at the moment. I'm taking all the favorites. That never is going to be. That's not going to be good.
And that's okay because me and you are on the first one already have a different pick.
Yeah, we already got a little bit of separate. All right.
Yeah, we already got a little bit of separate, so that's okay. That's okay.
Buffalo Bourbon enthusiast. He's a Bills fan. He goes reverse psychology. I'll take the Broncos. And so the thing is, Brian, you can still win that bet if the Broncos lose by 7.
Yep.
You're good. You're good in there.
I mean, all you have to do is you just want your Bills to move forward. That's all you want. So.
Yep. Gandy says, I think this will be closer than expected. Broncos D line is the best. Well, it is the best. I'm really, really hopeful that I'm right here. But that's why we fill out the forms, boys. That's why we fill out the forms.
Yep, and ours is live, so this is I'm not changing. I'm going with whatever I say tonight is my pick. So
same here. So if something comes out tomorrow, we are screwed. It's just how it is. Guys, I appreciate you being here. If you're here, smash the like. I can't see how many people are on the feed, but let me see how many people we got.
It's 28.
28 people on here. All right.
So, and there's a few people on here that weren't on here in the beginning, right?
Yes.
So remember, we're doing this. We're doing a point system. 2 points for the winner. Negative 1 point if you lose. 0 points if it's a push. The top winner of the week competes against you and myself. If you beat Wade, you get his 2-ounce pour. If you beat me, you get my 2-ounce pour. If we beat both of us, you get both of our 2-ounce pours.
Yeah. Pretty solid. I think this would be a lot of fun. I think that this might gain some traction as we go. So I think that's kind of my hope. So you guys share it out. Yeah, Tom Black said, post it to local bourbon groups, Facebook groups, Discord, spread the word. And
Yeah.
if people like the pros, like this kind of stuff, this is probably up their alley, even if they're not into bourbon. But yeah, it's a good chance to get some bourbon.
Yeah. And we're talking about at the end. We haven't figured out what the bottle is at the end, but for the Super Bowl, we're going to do a bottle.
We're going to do a bottle, and so we'll kind of figure it out. But it's obviously we'll see what happens, and I'm sure one of us will be in the lead by so far it won't even be worth it. But
Yeah, yeah. I like the way you think, So yeah, I hear you.
nothing but pure optimism here, Doc. Nothing but pure optimism. All right,
If you don't follow Doc, have fun in the afterlife.
there you go.
Save your YouTube soul. Yeah, I mean, I am getting closer and closer to that 2000. I was at 1895 today. 1895.
Oh, let's get him to 2K, and then
Yeah,
it's just 222 more.
yeah. And then when we get there, more than 22 bottles I'm giving away that time. Yeah, it's gonna be
It's
fun.
22 bottles.
Cigars, bottles, samples. I'm sure anything I drink, I'll be giving away that night too. It's gonna be insane.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, I can't wait. That'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait for it.
Yeah.
It'll happen soon enough. Soon enough. All right, Doc. Next game. Next
Yep.
game. So this would be. Let me see here. I think this would be the mid-afternoon game on
Yeah,
Sunday
at 3:30. 3:30
at
game.
3:30. We've got the Packers at the Eagles. The Eagles are 4.5-point favorites.
Not a lot of points there, huh? Is
Not a
so
lot of points.
Love still the Green Bay Packers quarterback?
Love is still the Green Bay quarterback. I think Jalen Hurts has been out the last couple weeks. He's been concussed. I honestly think they just kind of kept him out.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they were just keeping him out to rest
So
him.
this line really screams to me like when the lines came out, the books weren't sure who's going to play quarterback for it. But that really screams like I think the Eagles. I'm picking another favorite. I think the Eagles will come. I think Jalen Hurts will come. I think
Is
Saquon
this Eagles
Barkley
at
will
home?
jump over two guys backwards. It'll be amazing.
Well, is this Eagles at home too, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm picking the Eagles for multiple reasons. One, Iceman, my online son, is an Eagles fan. So since my team's not in there, and I normally would not ever support the Eagles, I'm gonna do that for him. Two, I kind of feel. I mean, what are your thoughts that they didn't play him that last game to go beat that record, Eric Dickerson record?
It's real interesting. Like my thought is, obviously they've got bigger fish to fry, right? The other thing is, if I was the coach, I would have probably asked, like, "Hey, do you want to go break that record? We'll get you the record." And if you don't want it, because it was also against the Giants,
Yep.
so I think that's there was probably some reasons why he would go. So I would foresee it as them like, hey, if you want to do it. But the I would say overall the I would feel like they most of the time because the reason I say that is Nick Sirianni, the Eagles coach. There was a chance for it was against the Giants the first game, and I think it was Saquon Barkley. He had a chance to get his highest record of rushing, like beat his personal record, and he went and asked Saquon. He goes, "Hey, you need 11 yards to beat your record. Do you want to do it? We'll get you out there and we'll get you the yards." And Saquon goes, "No, let the young guys eat." And so I almost wonder if it was the same kind of conversation. I don't know if it being 17 games versus 16 games played into his thought too. He didn't want the asterisks there. I don't know.
No. So also one thing. So when he broke the 2,000 yards, it was against my boys. They were eating up my boys. Like
Yeah,
my boys didn't come to play that day.
yeah, that's
And
right.
so the moment that they pulled him out so early in that fourth without
Yeah,
him running, I knew they weren't going to do it because the way he already had beat down our defense. He was already gaining 5 to 7 yards a carry at that point. I would if they were going to go for the record, they would have let him take down some more, so that when
mm-hmm.
he went and played against the Giants, he could have played maybe the first half and been out and done. So when they
Yep.
pulled him that game, I thought they're not going to do it. But I think honestly, it's such a long record, such a hard record to get. There's no guarantees. I honestly think he should have gone for it.
I'm with you. Like I think if you can put your name on something like that, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But
And especially against his former team that didn't want to pay him the money that let him go. I mean, that was just like icing on the cake there. That would have been like one of those, stories that there would have been a football movie about it,
100%
Who cares about
agree.
Rudy anymore? We would have had his movie coming out.
Saquon.
Say,
Yeah, I love it. So JL says Packers for the upset here. Um, Rose Sanker says, love the content, NFL and bourbon. Appreciate you, Rose. Your words hurt, says Sideshow. That was just for the chat. I just read too fast. All right, so that's our picks. That's the Eagles Packers. Now we're going to go to Sunday night game, and this one's going to be a
no,
real interesting one.
it's a Monday night game according to what I have. Is it Sunday or Monday? Because on
Well,
my
this one should be a Sunday. The I believe the Sunday is the Commanders versus the Bucks.
I skipped that one. Oh, you're right. You're right.
And so the Bucks are 3-point home favorites. And so this is pretty much like what I said right off the top. Usually books, when they think it's a push, they will give the home team 3 points for being a home team or home advantage. So they think that this one's going to be pretty dang close. And I got to be honest, I think this one's going to be pretty dang close. What do you think, brother? Sorry, my son's trying to sign me here. You can just say it. You think the Commanders? All right. Well, okay. You guys just know that my son's picking the Commanders on this one. So when he'll be the ghost form that we're all competing against in the end.
Yeah,
So,
that'd be fun. I think maybe in the end we should have whoever's the winner compete against that just compete against your son.
I think that'll be a lot of fun.
It. He's in third grade.
Yep.
Are you smarter than a third grader?
Are you smarter than a third grader? JL says that he thinks that Washington will take it here. It'll be good. I mean, Jaden Daniels, he's a beast. He's obviously an amazing rookie, and but I like the Bucks as well because the Bucks have been pretty impressive. But this game's going to be a real interesting one.
The Bucks are home.
Bucks are home. Yep, and so they have majority of their people kind of back. That they don't have Chris Godwin, who's a wide receiver, but Mike Evans will play. Baker Mayfield will play. So it'll be an interesting game for sure.
What are the what are their win losses this year? Do you know?
Oh, I don't have it. It might be on that sheet. I don't know if that's on the sheet.
I know you sent it on the sheet. That was the. I don't have it on this. I didn't put it on there because it was just. But let me see. Can I see it real quick?
I didn't know if that had the win-loss on there or not.
You did put it on the one you sent for all of it. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Let me see. Oh, where is it?
But I know that I know they were both pretty solid. I think the Bucks did win the NFC South, which did not take a whole lot. To be honest, I don't know if they're. I think were they 9-8.
So Washington Commanders, according to the other sheet, is 12-5, and Tampa Bay's 10-7.
10-7. Gotcha.
Now, I mean, I don't watch them very often, so can somebody tell me who has one had a winning streak while the other one hasn't? Anything like that can help me make a decision tonight?
Yeah, we can throw that out there to the chat as well. I know that both of them were playing pretty hard going into it. I think that Tampa Bay needed the games more than Washington did.
You know what? I just realized I can't go for the Eagles and the Commanders in the freaking same week. I got to go for the Bucks.
Bucks? All right.
The Buck stops here.
Well, that's where we're going to differ, Doc. I am taking Washington, and so that will be a polarizing game for us for sure.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun to see. That'll
be a lot of fun. Mike Evans, JL says Mike Evans is a beast for sure. He really is.
And Washington won the last 5. That's a good win streak. That's a good win streak.
It's a good heater to go on. They played really well. But it's one of those things that
Commanders now, and they're in my division. No, can't do it.
Nope. I don't blame you. It's hard enough for me to pick people in my own division, but in my Chiefs division, it's not mine. I don't own it. So,
Well, I mean, as a fan, don't you technically own it?
Yes. I mean, I definitely paid for it. Blake Coster says Commanders +3 is what he thinks. All right.
There you go.
This
There
will
you
be
go. I
fun.
like
This will be a lot of fun to figure out and just see how it goes. So, guys, I probably will put an update, like little short each day, of just how sad I am, uh, of how bad my picks went. So I thought that would be a lot of fun. All right, so that's our discussion. We got one more game coming up. It's the Monday night game. It's actually going to be one that I'm kind of really interested on how it goes. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And so that is the Vikings versus the Rams. This is in Los Angeles, and the Vikings are a 1-point favorite. I gotta check that. I'm gonna check that right now because I wonder if that's changed since I.
Yeah,
I
but that's
pulled it
crazy.
up
That I
last
only
week.
have a 1 point game. When I was typing that, I was like, "Oh my god, this should be a game. This should be a game."
Right. I really think it is. I just got to look up the odds to see if that moved since last night when I pulled them.
Yeah, we're going with whatever's on here, but
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see what change, if there's any changes.
Let's see here. And I think I said I pulled them on ESPN, which I did. Nope, still
Really?
-1. That's the same
Wow.
odds. So they think the Vikings are going to win. Going to Los Angeles. Now, the Vikings have played really well. Their defense is great. Sam Darnold, if you're an NFL fan at all, Sam Darnold is playing well, and that's surprising, to say the least. It's great to see them because they had a rookie quarterback, I think, blow his knee out in training camp. And so Sam Darnold came in and took the reins. Man, it's been impressive for sure.
Damn! Now I see what they're talking about. I just opened because I could see their PNG helmets. Oh my goodness, man! You the man.
Yes, the Vikings one was the hardest one. I couldn't find a clean one, so I tried to find a bunch of ways. So you can laugh at that one. That was the one I knew that Tom Jack was going to be like, shame on you for having
Damn.
such.
You're gonna have to walk down the street naked with us
So
throwing
bad.
fruit at you, screaming shame.
Oh, Blake Coster says, "Who took Steelers +10?" You know what, Blake? You did. If you took the Steelers +10, that's you. Actually, the line we had was 9.5. So we both took the Ravens.
Tom Black said magic wand tool. I can't even talk.
Yeah.
Magic wand tool. There we go.
Yeah, I didn't wanna. I didn't wanna.
Yeah.
I had
I don't
spent
blame
more time, like I said, than I wanted to on these graphics. I'm glad I got them done, but I'm glad that they're done.
Now you're putting a lot of now expectation to be high when I run this next week.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly. I was trying to set the bar. I'll let you know if you do it before next week, like the morning of, you'll probably have a lot more calm and comfort doing it. As in, I was trying to do it in the hour and a half I had time to do it today.
I love it. I love it. That's pretty cool, though. I like that. That's a good, nice little touch. I like your background. I like that Super Bowl symbol there. I like the little, that little touch you did. So,
Well,
hey,
I
appreciate you.
appreciate you. I appreciate you doing it. And I was just trying to, make us look sharp as we can. Uh, Tom Morrow comes in and he says, Detroit better than any allocated pick. Cheers all. Cheers, Tom, by the way. Appreciate you. And Limestone Farms, I still have a little sample of a few of them, so I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm going to be giving away that. I did my review on that, and I'm going to be giving away that in the next few weeks. I just have to get caught up on all my reviews. How I give aways with all my reviews? I'm going to do that sometime soon. I'm actually getting the pour ready, so I have it all ready to go, so I don't have to worry about that later.
I'll let you look at Natividad Morales. His comment here, he's like, it will be horrible. Mike will start off.
Yeah,
next week.
Natividad Morales is my monkey, right?
Yes, I do. That's why I think it's really funny.
So
right.
That's why we every single time, no matter how many times I check mic, how many times I check camera, something's not gonna go. So what do we have? Monday Night Football, -1, +1, Vikings and Rams. So is it at home at Rams?
At home at Rams, yes, sir.
Okay. So can I use one of my, what do they call it when I want to be a millionaire?
You want a lifeline?
Yeah, I want a lifeline. Can I use a lifeline?
Sure, go right ahead. What?
All right. Ask your son, who do I pick for this one?
He said the Rams.
All right. It is the Rams.
Oh, that is a solid pick. I'm really, really, this one is closest to my heart. I've got a lot of good friends that are Vikings friends. Are fans. I've really enjoyed all of the season that they've had. Their defense is great. The Rams are scary at home. They're scary.
And they have like $1 billion stadium.
$1 billion stadium, and they're going to have to take. I don't know if you guys saw what happened last night at that stadium, but there's a lot of pro golfers playing huge simulator golf in there. I can't remember. It's GLT or something like that. Golf. Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy started it, and so it's a huge they it's like half the stadium they made into like a golf like simulator, and they have a real green. Once you hit it, you put it on the green, then you putt out. So they have to clean all of that off to play football.
So is that where Tiger Woods? They told him to hit the camera, and he hit a camera.
Yeah. Oh well, it's Tiger Woods. Yeah. He's pretty solid. All those guys are amazing, obviously, but yeah, it is great. So you took the Rams, and I'm going to go with my heart, and I'm going to take the Vikings.
Nice. Another one that we're separate on, but I know I'm going to win that one because your son picked it.
Yeah, you probably will. You probably will.
I'm going to put on here. Abel picked it. So I have that.
And Doc, I kind of wanted to put it right out here. What's our tiebreak? What do you think that game's going to end up being?
Ooh.
I'll give you a little bit of time to think. I'll kind of go over the chat and just kind of see here. JL says, good night all, 30 minutes late on kids' bedtime routine. Hey, appreciate you, JL, for stopping
Thanks for hanging out with us. Fill out that form. Let's see if you win.
That's right. Randy Anderson says, skull. That's a Vikings thing, if you don't know, they yell skull. Yeah, so, all right. So, yeah, I think that the Vikings overall is going to be a good thing. I hope. I really hope. I really want the story to continue for Vikings and Vikings fans, but the Rams are tough. I was kind of swaying both ways on that one, but I'm hopeful that the Vikings can just pull out one more time for me.
So I'm gonna choose. This could be my score. I think I think both of those teams like to score, right? They put up scores every week.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go 35-31, 35 Rams, 31 Vikings.
35-31. Whole nice. I am going to go 30-24 Vikings.
Nice.
So 54-66. All right. So that should be a lot of fun. And so I think I hope it's a good game. I really hope it's an awesome game.
I have a question. Is this the stadium that hosts 2 NFL teams?
Yes. The Chargers as well as the Rams play there.
So this is the one that if they both win could possibly have a crazy outcome next week because they have to pay back-to-back with like a 15-minute gap in between?
Yeah, there is a possibility, and it depends on how it all falls. It has to be special to fall that way. Most likely, if the Rams win, they'll probably still play there, or they might have to go somewhere else, but most likely they'll stay there. Chargers, if they win, most likely they'll have to go to like Kansas City for that. But there is a possibility where everything falls that way, which makes it real interesting.
And the other funny stat that I saw about that one was that, the Giants and the Jets share the same stadium for 20 years and has never even become even close to an issue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
So the NFL's never had to deal with this type of even situation, even close as this, because they've never even come that close to, having to share it together. So I think that's pretty funny.
Travis Robeson, how long will the form be open driving home? Doc, I don't know if you have a time on that one to close it. I was thinking we can keep it open until kickoff on Saturday.
Yeah, and then Saturday we'll just I'll save all those forms from that day. I'll do something so I either print them all out or something so that after that we won't do that. So I guess we'll do let's do Friday night because everything starts Saturday, right?
Yep.
So Friday night I'll take them off. Friday night sounds good.
So
that way I don't have to worry about it. I'll forget Saturday morning, so I'll be running around and the game will be starting. I'll be like, oh crap, I didn't take them off.
Right. So through Friday night, guys, you have the chance to do it. And so share it out. If you got some people, let them watch the show and then sign up. That would be a lot of fun. And then next week, we're going to do the same thing.
Yep. And so save that link. If you save that link to share it out, they can still sign up with just that link. So it doesn't have to be on here to get it.
Right.
You'll probably put it down in your bottom as well, right? In
Yeah.
the so
I'll put
share
it
it
in the
down there,
description. Yep.
and then I'll put it on my page as well, so that it's there as well,
Yeah.
and I'll put it in Discord.
Yeah. And Doc, I will send this to you. Hopefully I'll get it all kind of try to tight and buttoned up, and then I'll send it over to you so you can put it up on your channel so we can share it on both sides of the channel.
Perfect, perfect. Well, I'm excited. I have not thought about races doing this in such a long time. Like back when I was in high school, we used to actually go to Mexico and place bets.
Yeah.
I've not done this since high school, and that's a while.
Yeah.
That's a while.
Yeah.
So
Same.
lots of
Same.
fun. I'm pretty excited, and every week we're gonna get a better and better bottle. So we'll see what we choose for next week,
Right.
and so it'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. There will be a nice crescendo up into what you can win, and what we can drink while we're doing our picks. So that's
Yep.
the exciting part. You know, we actually the way that we choose what we want to drink, and we just we're gonna just get it closer and closer to higher and stuff. So
Exactly. So,
it's been a lot of fun, guys. On the chat, I appreciate you all being
thank you
here.
guys. Thank you.
Appreciate you. So if you guys have a chance, watch it back, send it to friends. We'll put them up on the pages. Make sure all the entries come in. Good luck. You probably won't beat my son, but hopefully, I
You
can
beat
at
one of
least get
us.
close.
Yeah, you at
Yeah.
least hopefully beat one of us.
Yes. And so, yep. And so, if you guys need to know the rules, scroll all the way back to the start of the video, and that's where it was. So,
Yeah.
appreciate you again, Doc. Appreciate you. This has been a lot of fun. Can't wait till
Yeah.
next week. Good luck on your bets, and hopefully, we come out victorious.
Yeah. Hey, may the best man win between me and you, but maybe we beat everybody else, so we can at least talk some crap.
That's right. I would love to talk some crap on some of you guys out there in the comments. So once again, appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of your Wednesday night.
Yep.
See you guys next week. Good luck on the games.
Yep. Talk to you later. Thank you guys.
See you, Doc.